Nigeria seemed to be at the crossroad over persistent rise in the price of goods and essential services. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo is lamenting over rising cost of diesel as well as the high exchange rates in the country. At the Southwest Fish Farmers Sustainability Group Congress in Abeokuta, Ogun State, Obasanjo said the high cost of diesel is adversely affecting his fish business. He stressed that it is only a matter of time before fish farmers in the country go bankrupt. Let's share the story by TVC News' Kazim Olawe with you.
As one of the major contributors to the pool of protein and nutrients in the country, fish farmers have held a special congress on how to sustain the business under harsh economic conditions. The meeting, organized by the Fish Farmers Sustainability Group in Southwest, had in attendance former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who is also a fish farmer. He noted that the economic condition of the country has affected most fish farmers, especially those using diesel to produce and process fish. He urged them to come together to find solutions to challenges confronting them.
The price of diesel has gone sky high, and it will continue to go sky high because the management of the economy of this country is not what it should be. And it's as simple as that. And what will happen is that particularly those of us who have to use a bit of diesel in producing fish, we will completely go bankrupt. And when that happens, Nigerians will still have to eat fish.
The leaders of the group say, despite their huge investment, they are not producing to optimal level due to numerous challenges, but there are opportunities for fish farmers in the country if they get required support.
It is what we buy that we are going to sell. It is what the inputs that we use that will now determine how much we are going to sell our fish. And at the same time, we want to take into cognizance the fact that though we are in fish industry, we want the fish farmers to continue to produce for the betterment of even the buyers. Because if we don't produce, they don't buy.
We had to come together to see how we can restore our industry. It is now very obvious to us that if we don't do something fast, the aquaculture industry in Nigeria will be submerged.
The farmers agreed to work together on how to regulate fish price on the market, create food bank to assist themselves, and work more on collective survival of the business. Kazim Olawe, TVC News, Abeokuta.
Now, to increase the price of diesel has gone widely. Now, is affecting almost every
everything.
sector.
Yeah, almost everything.
We're talking about these PSP people now. You can discover that the refuse, they're
mountain in Lagos.
Mountain in Lagos.
Heaps.
And the investigation is that they cannot access diesel the way they used to access it to make their trips.
Too costly for them.
So, government will have to, do something about subsidizing the way you get diesel. Now, fish farmers, broadcast organizations, go on production.
Everybody's groaning.
So the whole thing is tied together.
It's the same problem. And is this the same problem, what we have just finished talking about? Is the same issue of dollar that is the problem? Because
we import
when you have the crude oil you cannot refine, you pay for diesel alone, you pay for petrol, you pay for kerosene, you pay for other things. You sell it as a bond, one commodity. But by the time you are importing, you are going to be importing several, and you are going to be paying double or triple or whatever. So it is still the same problem. When businesses are shutting down, radio stations, TV stations that used to broadcast 24 hours have become They've turned to the time when we were growing up, when
4 p.m.
Exactly.
I pledge to Nigeria, my country.
And then by midnight, you hear the national anthem, they close down, and then wait for 4 or 5 in the morning.
After I finish watching
Exactly. So, what exactly is the problem? Is the same thing we have been talking about. Is it that we don't have the expertise? Is it that what has happened to all the money that has been pumped into the refineries, turnaround, maintenance, this maintenance and all that? And I know people who do business of fish. They have been crying. Even those who are doing ponding, everybody has been crying because
Honestly.
the fields has gone up. For you to process it has gone up. So how much do you sell? What do you do? In fact, schools that run boarding houses now, I wonder how they survive. I wonder what they do.
Yeah,
I wonder how they feed those kids.
So the rations will go down drastically.
Because everything has just skyrocketed. There is no...
And you want
If the power is down,
you want to give them electricity.
Exactly.
And you can't sustain that.
You cannot increase school fees. You cannot increase, salary. So what do you do? What do you do? Everybody
this senseless war that Putin started in Ukraine is going to ruin the Nigerian economy. Because Russia is a big producer of diesel across the world. It's one of the biggest producers of diesel. And since the war began, it's been quite tough.
Obviously. Will not allow importation.
Yes, it's been quite tough.
It will affect
the Western countries are trying to block exportation to different countries so that it doesn't use the money to finance the war.
Yes.
So you have to look for other areas where you can bring in this product. And the cost
from other...
The cost has gone up. Even because of the war itself, the cost has gone up. Then tied to the falling value of the Naira. That's why diesel importers pleaded with the CBN to make available the dollar for them at the official rate so that they can bring in the product. It's the same thing that is trying to kill all our airlines now.
Yeah.
Because Jet A12 is just similar to diesel. It's imported. We have refineries that are not producing a drop of oil. And some people are earning extortionate salary working in those places. You ask yourself, what is going on? Because if we were producing diesel, if we were refining, and we had diesel, this problem won't be here. We won't be having this problem. Some of the problems that we have today, in the 70s, in the 80s, we didn't have this problem. And Nigeria was a much better place to live in. I mean, you come, you say you are going to build refineries. You are not building any refinery. You said it was wrong to import. Oh, importation is their way. Then you join them in their way. I mean, how do you explain this? How do you explain this? Because it's convenient to simply give some people money, you are going to bring in products. Rather than rely on our own.
Facing the root cause of the problem and solving it.
Even if it's just a quarter of what those refineries used to do, even if they can give us a quarter of their installed capacity.
Something is coming.
Something, at least you know
honestly, like diesel, like jet one, like even
that
kerosene.
dollar you will not need
even
to
if they give us
a
quarter of their installed capacity, it will go somewhere. But refineries just lying there a whole year, you are not producing. It's a national shame. We are the only OPEC country that is importing petroleum products. The only OPEC country.